David Nicholas with me this morning. David, I want to talk about Nvidia. They report tomorrow. They have very high expectations. They really have to deliver, don't they?
Stuart, you're right. I mean, expectations are very high for Nvidia. The street's looking for about $26 billion in revenue for the quarter. It's looking to guide somewhere between 27 and 28 billion. This is what I want to point out. You just mentioned this. Just beating estimates aren't enough. They've got to guide well. The street needs to have confidence that future growth is still ahead for Nvidia. But again, even if we see some weakness, if they can't hit that, I think the stock's going to do well. But I think the upside potential is there. It's still trading at about 38 times forward. That is below its 5-year average. So I think we'll see some nice upside, Stuart.
Yeah, I mean, I see all kind of target prices for Nvidia above $1,000 a share. It's at $935 now. How high do you think it's going to go?
Yeah, we raised our price target a couple of months ago to $1,100 a share. I mean, if you just look at the chips, Stuart, their B100, their B200 chip that's coming out later this year, that'll command a price 40% higher than its current chips. The GB200, which is a combination of those two chips, could raise somewhere between $200 billion in revenue next year for Nvidia. So we see massive upside still left for the stock. I still think it's a good time to get in.
Okay, I've got 90 seconds left. Can you tell me what is the best hedge against inflation? I know you're going to say land, so why don't you explain that?
Stuart, I tell my clients, when we're in an inflationary environment, you want to own real estate, you want to own land, specifically farmland. Stuart, this is something I hear very little people talk about. I think you have a farm that you like to enjoy doing some farming. There's an ETF called Land, L-A-N-D, that actually gives you exposure to farmland. I think that it's blueberries, it's crops, it's staple crops that are next to big population centers that are really high revenue, high profitability crops. I think just given the way the population growth is going, farmland over the next few years, I think is a big winner, and it also pays a dividend of about 4%, Stuart, so it's not a bad move in my opinion.
Oh, I agree 100%. Believe me, you're right on this one, David Nicholas. Land is a fine hedge against inflation. David, we'll see you again soon.